Hello there guys and gals, it is me, Crypto Connor, and today we are going to be doing a token review on a new token to the Solana blockchain. It is called Saitama On Solana. Now, if you've been in the crypto space for a little bit, you might be thinking to yourself, Saitama? I've maybe heard that name before. Well, you're not crazy, I promise. As you can see here, I've heard of it myself before too. I was in the coin. Saitama, if you don't know, in 2021 was a very successful coin on the Ethereum blockchain that absolutely did some historical things. It went all the way up to a $7 billion market cap. It changed the crypto game. It really did. Now, as for what happened after 21, well, that's a whole another story for a whole nother day. But let's just say shady devs, suspect things led to the downfall. But what most of the people in the wolf pack, as they so call themselves, kind of figured out in hindsight is that it really wasn't the coin or the devs that got them to that market cap. It was the community themselves. The community did that. And you know, it took a few years to kind of figure that out. And once the community did, fast forward to 2024, they were like, hey, let's do it again. Just this time without the devs, without all the shadiness. Let's see what we can do as just a complete community ran token. That's what they did. Saitama On Solana is a CTO community takeover token that I'm very bullish on, and maybe after watching this video you will be too. So with that said, we're going to look at some charts, we're going to check out their sites, we're going to look at some other things, and we're going to see just what this token is all about. Alright, so here we are looking at the chart for Saitama. As you can see, it is sitting at an 8-cent price point right now, closing in on 9 cents. And I've got the 4-hour chart pulled up. That's kind of what I like to go for. And I don't know if you guys enjoy charts as much as me, but holy shit, this is a good looking chart. We haven't really seen charts like this in a long time with you know, the bear market that's been going on. This is a bullish looking chart. As you can see, if we want to go back in time here a little bit, just to start from the beginning, you can see the coin had its little run up in the beginning, kind of cheated its way right back down. It kind of held at about the 1 cent range, consolidated for a little while, and then we come up to the very big first leg up, where it jumped all the way up to I think the high was around like a dollar. $1.82 or something. I know it shows like $2 right here, but I think I had heard around like $1.82ish was the high that had happened. Obviously, that was way too big of a jump, way too early on. It wasn't a sustainable price, you know, at least not yet. In the future, sure, but for this early on, it wasn't sustainable. It was the price had some pullback and went into the discovery range and ended up landing around the about 7 cent to 10 cent range, and that is where it's basically consolidated for I mean almost like 2 weeks. It's kind of been consolidated around there, which is kind of amazing, because if you remember from the beginning, it was way down at like the 1 cent, maybe 2 cent range. You would think if there was nothing really going for this token, it would have just dropped right back down there, right? But it didn't. It ended up discovering its new price range, and it's held steady there, and I think it looks like it's ready to really take off. So a couple things I wanted to look at and show you guys. I know we talked about this little run up right here. I just got to show you guys real quick. If we pull up the 1-day chart, you're going to see a green candle on a 1-day chart that I haven't seen in a long time. Like, this is an absolute like god green candle that we got here. It is so bullish, and I can almost guarantee that ain't the last big one that we're gonna see. It's looking at very good. One other thing I wanted to kind of bring up on the chart, and this is actually going to be a shout out to Jules on Twitter that had kind of brought my attention to it. But if you look at the 3-day chart here, one thing to kind of notice that might be a signal for another run up You see this first big candle that they had on a 3-day chart? It was followed by 15 days of consolidating. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And on that 15th day, that's when it started the run up. So now you look at this big God candle right here. How many days from there has it been? 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh shit. That's on the 15 right there. I mean, if we're talking about patterns, that's a potential pattern right there. This thing could be ready to blow. I don't know. You know, I'm not going to make that call, but it was a nice little POV that kind of got called out there. I was very appreciative of it. Hold on, my cat is on my lap. Frisco, buddy, I know you want to come up here and howl in the mic. I know I appreciate it, but you got to get down, buddy. Anyways, though. So that is kind of all I wanted to really show on the charts. Like I said, it is looking very, very bullish, very, very primed to run. So let's look at some of the other little tangible things on here. So the market cap to this coin is at about 6 million right now. Very good, very, very early time to get in. It's got a circulating supply of about 71 million tokens. Liquidity is at 218,000. Now, one thing that I just wanted to go ahead and clear right away, something that people have kind of called out for being a red flag. They see the liquidity here and they click on this and they say, oh, the liquidity's not locked? What? That's not good. I don't want to get into something that the liquidity isn't locked. Listen, on the Solana blockchain, you can't lock liquidity. So one way to kind of show this for you guys, if we jump over to the DEX screen right here, if you look on the liquidity on here, it'll show you right in this box here, a 93.33% of the total liquidity it shows is locked, but it was burnt. That's kind of how you have to do it on Solana. You don't lock it, you burn it. So that's how it shows that there's not a bunch of unlocked liquidity. You don't have to worry that some rug's about to get pulled on you. Nothing like that's gonna happen. But anyways, looking at the holder count, about to hit 2,500 holders. So I mean, you're early. If you're watching this video right now, you're early as fuck. Last thing I kind of want to show on here, one of my favorite things to always look at when I'm looking at coin is the 24-hour volume. Now, me personally, if a coin's not in like the 6 figures for 24-hour volume, I mean, unless I'm doing some absolute degenerate shit, it's kind of almost like a dead coin to me. Now this one right here, Saitama, it's been in the 6 figures ever since I've gotten into the token. I haven't quite seen 1 million 24-hour volume. I think it has happened, but I've seen it get close to 1 million. I've seen it mostly hover around like had the 500,000 point. It's around hovering at like the 300,000 range right now. I mean, that's bullish. There's a lot of people. A lot of people are buying, a lot of people are selling. There's a lot of volume. It's very good. It's something you really, really like to see. With that said, after looking at the charts, kind of showing you guys what I am seeing there, of course, I'm no expert, so, you know, don't take my financial advice on it. You know, I can draw triangles for you guys, squares, circles. Doesn't mean anything, but I'm optimistic. I'm feeling good about it. So the next thing that I kind of want to look at for you guys is the Saitama website, just to kind of get a little bit more knowledge on what the token is about. So you can see they have this beautiful website right here. It is saitama.global. I will have the link for it for you guys down below. But this is made by the community, by the team. They have this very nice little site. We got a video here. We have a vision. Saitama on Sol. It looks very, very good. They got the chart on here. You can see down here some of the tokenomics. I forgot to mention it earlier, but being on the Solana blockchain, there is no buy or sell tax, so you don't have to worry about like losing 3% on the way in, 3% on the way out. Sometimes it's even higher than that on some coins, you know, 15% tax. It gets annoying. It gets annoying real quick. You don't have to worry about that here. And the Solana blockchain as well, you really don't pay that much in gas. I mean, it's pennies to make transactions. So I mean, if you're somebody that's just trying to even day trade on this token, it's something you can do where you're not losing a whole bunch on your way in and out. It's very, very nice. And one thing that I did want to show you guys on this site that I really liked is it has this Get Loud section. I've never seen something quite like this on a website before. But basically they have this section here that kind of teaches you how to go out and promote your bag, how to go out and work for your bag and make it go up. It shows you, teaches you how to make some memes, you know, ways that you can kind of promote this thing, be it on Twitter, Telegram, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the hell you want to do to work for your bag. It helps you with it. It gives you some example tweets. I really like it. It's something I haven't seen before. I think it's really neat. It's just a good way to kind of get your community involved, get your community working. So now the one other section on the website we have is the wolf paper, their little white paper for Saitama. So we go down here and we got the background. Kind of covers what I had talked about a little bit earlier. You know, the original Saitama was minted on the Ethereum network on May 31st, 2021. The project failed. And it did. It left many holders with significant losses. I mean, I was one of them. I was new. Very, very new to crypto. I mean, a lot of us were. Most of us that were in that, we were brand new to crypto. We were inexperienced. We didn't know what was going on. We were so wet behind our ears that we had to wear towels around our neck just so we didn't drip all over the house when we walked around. It was unreal. But, you know, even with our inexperience and lack of knowledge, we made that project run. And now here we are 3 years later. And we have experience. We have knowledge. We're not naive anymore. We're ready to take this shit and go all the way. All the freaking way. Something else I have on here, minted on the Solana network. Project is believed to be unruggable. So just to kind of touch on that, why they're saying unruggable, and just to give a little bit more history on how the Saitama On Solana network worked. Basically, when the project launched, it pretty much did rug. There were devs at first that did pretty much rug it. So those devs that launched it and rugged it, they're completely out, completely gone. They don't hold anything. There's nothing left over from them. There's no way for the project to rug. I mean, can the project, you know, fall flat and fail? Yeah, sure, but rug? It can't rug. I mean, you're safe here. It's a very safe token to be in. You don't have to worry about stuff like that, which is a huge weight off my shoulders. That's something I'm constantly petrified and worried about in the crypto space. So it's nice to not worry about that. So we go ahead, we keep scrolling down here. We have the vision. We are the wolf pack. The wolf pack is our community. Our community is our currency. I like that. Like that a lot. We got the tokenomics. Kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. They got just under 71 million tokens. All are in circulation. However, you know, a lot of them were burnt. I think actually, the last I checked, I think there's only about 1 million tokens that aren't spoken for right now. So potentially, there could be some squeeze action that goes on, and you could really reach a point where you almost can't even buy into the token. There might not even be tokens out there for you to buy. You almost have to wait for somebody to sell. Personally, I've never experienced something like that before, but it's a realistic thing to happen here, and I think it is going to happen. I think it is something that we're going to see, so I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah, we have the no buy, sell tax. Talked about that. Contracts are announced. Liquidity is burned. And right here, here's a big green flag. Token was released with no pre-sale. How often do you see that? Not very often. You don't have anybody lying in wait to dump on you. It's nice. It is very, very nice. There is one marketing wallet, which we are going to take a little look at the marketing wallet. Okay, so here is something I want to show you guys while we're talking about the marketing wallet, because you might be asking, marketing wallet, how exactly does that work? There's no devs, there's no buy and sell tax. You know, how are you going to have a marketing wallet? How does that work? Well, as we are a community ran token, the marketing wallet depends on the community. So There was just a few days ago here that this post came out. Let me see what the date was. So this was on June 12th that the Saitama core team posted this, and they basically said, hey, we need help for the community. You guys want exchanges, you guys want us to market, we're gonna need some help. So they put out the marketing wallet, showed us where they were sitting at. They're sitting at about a little under $1,500 in Sol at the time, so not a whole lot. And I'll tell you what, the community absolutely ran away with it. As of the time of this recording, that was about 3 days ago. Check out where the wallet's sitting at right now. It's got about $55,000 worth of Sol. Now, obviously, there were some big members that contributed large amounts to that. But really, the community kind of took over. A lot of people were selling, you know, $5 here, $10 here, $20 there, and the community themselves kind of accomplished this. It was very, very amazing. Something I've never really seen before. But they have this money to play with now, and you know, people that are always like, when exchange, when this, when that. Soon. Very soon. I mean, they got the money for it. Something big is going to be coming. They wouldn't ask for that for nothing. So, very, very bullish on that. Everything is looking really good. One thing I want to show you guys is, you know, this token. It's got a lot of hype going on right now. And that's something that I noticed actually just before recording this video. It was unreal. This right here is a Twitter account, Crazy Clips. It has about 3.2 million followers on Twitter. And they shouted us out in a tweet. They said, hey, Saitama On Sol, let's fucking go. We got next. I clicked on their profile. They got Saitama On Sol in their freaking bio. Like, if that doesn't scream bullish, I don't know what does. I mean, seriously. The amount of attention around this token right now, the amount of hype, the amount of bullish sentiment is off the charts. Oh my gosh, you guys. So listen, right in the middle of recording this, I actually finished off the video, and I hopped over on Twitter for a second, and holy fuck, Waka Flocka Flame has noticed the wolf pack. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Shout out to Waka Flocka. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you, man. This is huge. I'm telling you guys, all eyes are on Saitama right now. All eyes are on the wolf pack. This is something you guys really need to take a look on. I'm going to have links to the token down below. I'm going to have their Twitter page for them. I'm going to have their contract address, the Telegram, which, by the way, shout outs to all you guys on that Telegram. I usually hate Telegrams. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had Telegram for a little bit a few years back, and I pretty much uninstalled it. I hated going on Telegram, but since I've joined this community's Telegram, I actually love it in there. Like, the people are so positive and so bullish in there that I find myself just sitting there scrolling through it, reading it often. So I'm going to have a link to that on there. Any other links that I come up with. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys got a good first impression on Saitama On Solana. Maybe you'll pick up a bag. I think you'll be very justly rewarded if you do. That's all that I'm really going to say. I'm not going to give you any more advice on that. But please make sure that you guys liked the video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to have many more videos on Saitama coming out, and I can't wait to see where this token goes. So with that all said, you guys, I am Crypto Connor, and I am out of here. Peace.